Good morning. Are we working? Oh my God, I can't stand here because that's super bright. So we're just going to stand here for the morning. Hello, officially good morning. It's Wednesday morning. On Wednesdays, I have both my kids home with me, so my 5-year-old and my 2-year-old. It's kind of just like a fun mum day. They've already sussed me out in here. I've come in here and shut the door to try and like attempt to get away from them. Yes, honey. I just came in here this morning because I actually have a bunch of clothes that I want to go through and maybe start up like a Depop account, because I feel like a lot of my clothes aren't like appreciated by the right people sometimes when you try sell them just like in your local community. They're more like vintage finds and stuff, so I find at the thrift store or stuff that's been given to me, stuff that, yeah, would be better appreciated elsewhere. So I'm gonna go through all these clothes. These can help me figure out which ones can go on Depop. And I have my slice that's in the freezer setting. I can't wait to cut that open and see how it went. I tried to attempt to make like a salted caramel like date slice with like a marble on top. But anyway, just thought I'd bring you guys along for the day with me because I actually might get up to a few little... It's a home day. It's a kid home day, but there can always be the most fun for me. So let's get into it. So what I'm gonna do, I think, is just take some photos. This I thrifted and I didn't have time to try it on, unfortunately, and it's a size 14. I thought it was going to fit me, but it didn't. This one, definitely a Depop situation. This t-shirt, when I'm telling you, brings so many memories for me. I feel like this t-shirt's where my life started of like trying to find a style. For so long I was so heavily focused on wearing like brand names because that was my style. I would spend like $100, $200 on a matching tracksuit just because of the brand, and it didn't even have to be fancy. Like it literally just only had to be grey, plain black, and just the logo. Is that too bright for y'all guys? Just had to be literally just the logo, and I would wear it. I would waste so much money on clothes solely just because I didn't know how to dress. So I just bought a bunch of brands. But anyway, this shirt was like $70 just for the brand. Sick shirt. But I can get stuff like this at the thrift shop for $4. You know what I mean? Like, it's a bit of a waste of money. But anyway, nonetheless, I actually haven't stepped foot into like a proper store to buy clothes in the longest time now. Everything I have is just from the op shop. Little hippies. Little hippie dogs. These were sick. I remember finding these at the op shop on like a $3 rack, and I was like, what a score. What a bloody score. I can't believe, like I generally can't believe that all of my clothes that I'm now getting rid of are like my size 14 and 16 stuff, and it's absolutely swimming on me. So for context, I'm now like a size 8 to 10. I can fit in some size 6s depending. And the only thing that ever really keeps me from being up towards the size 10 on the things is because of my boobs, and I have really big wide ribs. So a lot of the time the very fitted stuff that has no stretch does not actually fit around my bones of my rib. So I can't ever like go down a size because of that. So I'm kind of like, my ribs are a size 10. I picked this up from the thrift store the other day, and I should have tried it on, but it doesn't matter. It was $4. Wait, what have we got on it? 8, sorry. It was 8. But it's like this gorgeous I'd probably say it's 3/4 length, and that's what kind of why I don't like it. It looks a bit funny on me, and it's maybe just a touch too small as well. It's a size medium, and it's from like the brand, I haven't really looked up the brand yet. It's probably Funset. Just take that off. That brand, I don't know if you guys know it. But anyway, stunning. Somebody is going to be over the moon with this. Oh, Jesus. So I've got my, first, just quickly, how cute is these candles? Before anyone asks, I live in a town where we have like a public attraction called Sovereign Hill. And you can go in and like make these candles. So anyway, it's just fucking, I love them so much. And I need to make a drip tray because a rainbow drip tray would be, I don't have time to go and do a drip tray today, but no, I don't have time today, but maybe I can do that Thursday or Friday. For so long, I've been wondering where to put my rocks, my crystals, just all my little ones. And I'm like, dude, just jar them. Like, and how cute is that? Got all my books there. Screen grab for anyone who's interested. These are all the books I have read or currently reading and just decided not to throw out. So Oscar has requested we do these things in our house called snack platters or choose platters. We don't do typical meals per se, and he's not a very big meat eater. So my kids just let me know when they're hungry, and we don't call it a meal, we don't call it lunch, we don't call it dinner. Like sometimes for like structure and school routine types of things, we'll call it, you know, dinner time, breakfast time. But we just say we're hungry, we'll make a little platter. We say how hungry, big hungry, little hungry, and then we decide. So, Oscar's not really massive on eating meat at the moment, are you?
It's like a cheese platter.
Like a cheese platter. I've got that, thank you honey. But now, you're not really big on eating meat at the moment though, are you? But we are gonna have some chicken nuggets later. You do love your little crispy snackies. Daisy, would you like some too? Get out a bowl, darling.
I say tomato.
Get out, darling. Would you like a piece of cheese on there for some protein? Because there's no protein on that plate, realistically. Cheese.
Milk. Cheese.
We'll do milk later. I actually need to buy some more milk. Daisy, would you like a piece of cheese? I don't generally like giving my kids cheese as a form of protein. Always look for like the more...
Mommy, I don't want cheese.
No, you haven't even let me finish what I'm saying. That cheese is healthy cheese. There you go. What I was going to say is I always buy good quality cheese or like the better quality. Take the plate, please, baby.
No, I want
Please take the plate. I always take good quality cheese over like the sliced plastic cheese because obviously there's a massive difference. But cheese does have a lot of saturated fat in it. Anyway, so cheese has about 4 to 8 grams of protein depending on the brand. That's why it's important to be opting for like a better quality cheese because higher protein value, probably less additives, chemicals, and less saturated fat and all of that. Still a really great way to get their calcium needs in. A 5-year-old typically only needs about 20 grams of protein per day, which isn't a whole lot. Like that's a glass of milk and 2 slices of cheese. But so if your kid's like not eating much meat or is refusing meat, don't stress about it because like if they're hitting nutrients in other ways through whole foods and they're getting protein through other means, it's not really like a must that they would need to be eating meat unless you think it's right for them. I mean, you're the parent, totally up to you. For me, I am a flexitarian or a vegetarian. Probably I'm a vegetarian and a flexible vegan. I probably more live a vegan, plant-based diet, lifestyle. However, probably 95% of the time because I do like sometimes have grass-fed butter. I still have some honey. I do have some chocolate every now and then. All right, time for my morning. Well, morning. What's the time? It's 8:40 a.m. You want some cheese? It's 8:40 a.m. I feel like I've lived 20 lives already, but I've already had. This lady's addicted to the cheese. I woke up around 4 a.m. I've already had like my morning gut health immunity shot, which is my oranges, turmeric, ginger, black pepper. Here, darling. I've had a whole liter of herbal tea. This morning I had Damiana, hibiscus, calendula, and mint. My favorite combination in the mornings. I love Damiana tea at the moment. And then I've had my breakfast, which was 2 pieces of rye sourdough with a little bit of grass-fed butter on it, a little bit of olive oil, and some 100% organic tomato paste. Just dipped that in. Oh, it's been my favorite little thing at the moment. After that, I had a coffee, just 1 teaspoon of coffee with some almond milk. And I think that was the last thing I put in me around 7 a.m. Now I'm getting peckish again. So it's like my second, this is kind of like my second breakfast, but old me used to see like protein shakes as like a meal replacement or upping your protein for the gym, or, you know, it wasn't really seen as a supplement as much as I supplement with protein now. This is the way I get all of my supplements that I need into me daily, without having to like take them in tablet form, without having to like swallow them down with a bunch of water. I just mix them all into some milk and I just have it in like a shake. So it's like, essentially it's like a supplement shake. So this is like my mid-morning supplement shake, but however, I do put a date and a banana in it. So it does also act as like a little mini meal for me. But essentially I do organic pea plant protein. So most of my stuff I just get from the Source Foods in my local town, Source Bulk Foods, or like online bulk. I always look for organic, but everything I just put in my jars. This, I do about 20 grams of protein worth of the pea plant. That one is completely unflavored, so it can taste a little bit funky, but I'm so used to it now. I just try to get that protein in for the morning since I don't eat much meat. I have beef and liver spleen in there. I use the organic Cell Squared one, and I just open up the capsules and sprinkle that in. I have creatine, cacao powder, maca powder, which I have the chaga mushroom powder in here. I prefer the chaga for the morning and reishi for the night, because the reishi kind of like helps calm your stress responses down and just kind of like winds you into the night a bit. So I think that's all I have in there. And then I add, my other things. Essentially, I don't really need to be supplementing with much more stuff than that. Like, I don't take multivitamins or anything like that, because I get all of that from eating, you know, a wide range of plants and whole foods. So it's not really an essential for me, but these are the things that I like to add on top of my diet each day. I just feel like I get benefits from them and they make me feel good. You know, it's just little tweaks in your diet. Like the cacao for me is a way to give me antioxidants. It gives me magnesium. It calms me down. Like, there's so many benefits to cacao. Like, I don't just add the cacao powder to add chocolate to this, if that makes sense. I add peanut butter to this because that's how I get my healthy fats, and it's also another protein boost. I add the banana for potassium. I add the almond milk because I don't like really any other milk, so I do prefer almond. But I like maca because it's hormone supportive, and my period's due today, so you know, I love to get as many hormone supportive supplements into me as I can. The chaga mushroom's there for my adrenal support, so you could go out and spend hundreds of dollars on tablets that are labeled stress relief report or adrenal support. Or you could just go straight to the real thing and start making your own concoctions of what works for you. But essentially, that's all I'm doing. I blend that up and I just chug it down. So, I made like a date and caramel, like a caramel date. What am I trying to say? I made like a sea salt caramel date and cashew middle fudgy layer situation with a marble on top, and hoping that the base, I made like an almond and peanut, grounded it up into like my own flour, and then added a bit of coconut oil, just, you know, a bit of things. bit of just made it science essentially, but I can't film a reel on this. I'm really sad because I broke my tripod. Oh, quite stunning. Okay, I think I defrosted it for too long. Now it's like kind of gooey and soft. I wanted it easy to be cut, but like that just might turn to smithereens now. But anyway, look at the layer situation we have going on there. That side doesn't look that great. Let's look at the layer. Look at the layer situations we have going on.
That looks
It actually does, doesn't it? Oh, I want them to be like that side. All right, so I'm going to attempt to mount. Yeah, it's going to just, oh.
maybe not. Oh. It did not fold.
They don't mix the top chocky with some peanut butter or a little bit of cashew butter to make it more of a fudgy situation. They leave it rock hard, so when they cut, it just cracks.
Did you use...
Mine's cracking the tiniest touch. What's going to be like the better slice? Look at that. Can't go wrong with that. Okay, so I made like a sea salt caramel, date, cashew, marble top situation. It's a little bit gooey. I mean, that was the point here. It's a little bit gooey. That was the point. Anyway. That was hot, man. That has boiling water in it, man. Anyway, nothing I can't handle. Snacks for the week. Let's be honest, that'll last me like 4 days, but I'm here for it. I need to have my lunch now. Go for like a gluten option, but don't want to be setting your stuff off completely with gluten. Always go for more like a fermented option of gluten. So like, that's why people normally go towards like a sourdough, because it's easier for your gut to digest. It goes through your bowels better than just like plain white gluten. And then you're adding in like rye on top of that. That's going to be even easier for your gut to digest. So instead of, you know, if you're craving gluten or you want to have a little bit of gluten, always go towards like the fermented option. And it's the same when it comes to like cheeses. Like you've got your sliced cheese, your cream cheese, all of those really like high processed cheese situations. And then you've got the more like fermented options, which is like your halloumi, your fetas. They're easier on your gut to digest. So if you are going to lean towards like a cheese option, go towards like the options that's going to be better for your gut, and in turn will have like less of that kind of like inflammation. Oscar just came and gave me this note. Aww. So yesterday I meal prepped a gluten-free pesto pasta with like sun-dried tomato and some mushrooms, a little bit of feta and a little bit of olives. Did I even taste it when I cooked it? I don't know. It's actually perfect. And this is one of the big bowls. You know how you have like a normal standard Australian bowl, and then you have like the massive salad bowls. That's a salad bowl of pasta right there. I don't count calories. I don't count nothing. I count nutrients. Is this good for me? Is this good for my hormones? Is it going to upset my gut? No, it's not. I've lost 45 kilos officially, right? I started off when I was like 21 years old. I remember stepping on the scales and I hit 105, and I was very stomach heavy. My boobs were like A, B, C, D, E, Fs. They were like E's or Fs. They were hongers. They were monsters. Very, very top heavy person. And then, yeah, I just decided that was the most I was ever going to weigh in my life. And then since then, obviously, like I've had 2 kids, I've lost, I've gained, I've gone back and forth. But today today I weigh 59 kilos. And not that I don't go off weight, I don't really care that much, just whatever. So, you know, I've hit the 45 kilo loss, which is just fantastic. But I'm still kind of I'm still losing weight and I'm still seeing progress. And I don't count calories. I just go to the gym 5 days a week, make sure I move, and I just focus on nutrition. I just focus on chemical-free, toxic-free. As I said, I'm mostly vegan, plant-based. And this isn't due to like cutting out animals from my diet because of like, for harming reasons. Like, I totally get it. And I'm there with that. But animal meat carries so much more risk of disease and just, it's dead. Like, it's dead. It's dead. Plants are alive, man. So I'm just going to stick to my plants. Essentially what I'm saying is, this is like my third meal for today and it's 12 o'clock. All I eat is fruit, veggies, healthy stuff. I eat all day long. You just saw my slice. I have like 5 of them a day. I don't stop eating. And I'm constantly seeing results and progress, and I don't stop eating. Food doesn't have to be this restrictive thing. It doesn't have to be something that you've constantly got tabs on and you're constantly counting. Food is not numbers, it's fuel. Like, just eat what you feel like when you feel like it. As long as you're making conscious, healthy choices consistently, not just Monday to Thursday and then whatever on the weekend. I'm not talking about that. When everything changed for me was when it became a 100% thing. I still would like have a cheat day. You know, I'd go Monday to Saturday, I'd have a cheat day. Or every now and then I would still have like sauces or a muesli bar or just something with chemicals on the back of the label. And if you turn around the back of the label, you will see that there is additives and chemicals in absolutely everything. So when I 100% cut all of that out of my life is when I started seeing most of my results and my changes. So every day I get to eat like this. I spent the last 10 years of my life thinking that you had to track protein and everything. And like, sure you do. If you're a beginner and you have no idea what you're doing, learning about food that way is very, very needed. Like, I can kind of just look at food now and know what's in it, how many calories in it, and that comes with knowledge. And that's why I am going to be a nutritionist, and that's why I have qualifications in fitness, and, you know, and just jumping onto herbalism hopefully soon. Because nutrition isn't really a favorite. It's been okay. I'm right at the end of it. I'm like 90% done with it. I'll probably have my qualification by the end of the year. But what I'm realizing that qualifications actually mean shit when it comes to nutrition, because most of the stuff I already knew. It is very, very calorie and track driven, this nutrition course. It's great if you're going into like a fitness and gym environment and people are like wanting to reach out to you and know macros and how much protein should I be hitting. That's all like the nutrition course is kind of for, honestly. If you're like a PT, do the nutrition course. It'll add to you being a PT. But if you're actually trying to learn about hormones and how to heal yourself and your gut and proper nutrition when it comes to like what's in food and what those certain ingredients do for your body, the nutrition course doesn't cover it. The nutrition course doesn't even really go into ingredients. In fact, it even recommends bulky protein powders as a supplement with chemicals in it. Like, it's just bizarre. The nutrition course does not focus on chemicals, triggers, inflammations, unless you're like celiac or IBS kind of thing. But then it's just avoid dairy. It's so blasé and straightforward. I feel like anyone could pass this nutrition course. So now when people are like, I'm a nutritionist, I don't really see it as a flex anymore, because I feel like that's just basic PT advice. It's just basic. Once you know how to eat and fuel your body and count protein, you could pass a nutrition course. But if you want to learn about medicinal herbs and Ayurvedic medicine and healing yourself through plants, and it doesn't cover it. So I'm going to have to find a whole new something to study. So that's what I'm saying by the qualification to me means shit. Just because someone says they're a nutritionist doesn't mean they actually have any knowledge about the food that's going into your body that they're recommending. They just see it as a number. It's just hitting a number on a table. That's all. So when you reach out to people, make sure that you're reaching out to people who have lived in experiences, have lots of knowledge about different things, not just macros, because like I said, at this point these days, ChatGPT can be writing you a macro plan for the week. And it's probably what your nutritionist is doing and just sending it through to you. They probably know nothing about hormones or your liver or why you've got acne or why you can't sleep right or why you've got no energy. You know, they'll just tell you out your protein. This is my kale, celery, cucumber, green apple. I also put moringa in here juice. So this is my chlorella or my green or my chlorophyll or all of that green stuff that you need in a day. It's just here. And this generally lasts me like 3 to 4 days, depending on, some days I drink more than others, depending on what I want. But yeah, this generally lasts me 3 to 4 days. Probably costs me about $15 to juice. So, but you know, all the phytonutrients and just nutrients in general, all the vitamins that you get, extra fiber you get from doing your own juice over buying like a green powder, over buying like a green powder or a green supplement. This is hands down so much better for you, so much better. I know you've been loving it lately. And the celery, which you decided you just loved anyway. That celery cucumber, the juice, remember we did it yesterday? Mm-hmm. Do you like that?
Yes.
Is it all right?
Yeah.
Thanks, superstar. So I like to prepare my iced teas the day before. So it's just in there in the fridge, ready to go when I wake up in the morning, like at 4 a.m, like I need hydration. It's there. It's good to go. Some stuff that I have been really loving in the mornings lately is mint. I have quite a lot of mint, actually. Mint's really good for digestion, really good for, you know, reducing inflammation, just settling some nausea. Not that I, like, need it for nausea, but, you know, it's just a really nice morning herb. Dandelion root is one of my absolute holy grails. I put dandelion root in absolutely everything that I can. It's just overall, it's amazing for your liver. Anyway, I've also, what did I do this morning? I always add in calendula. I feel like calendula really works well with my liver, in turn creating me really nice complexion and really nice skin. Calendula is known as like the sun herb, the sunshine herb, like it's literally sunshine in a bottle, and why wouldn't I want to be drinking it? Hibiscus is a non-negotiable for me. I love the color that it makes my morning teas, but hibiscus is another really, really good one that just gets like the blood flowing in the morning, opens up all your vessels, really, really lets in that oxygen. It's just a little beautiful one. I feel like... No, I might just leave it at that, I think. So this is what she looks like in there, all lovely. I got my little teapot thing off Amazon, but I'll show you how I do it. Now, I like to let that brew for like 6 to 8 minutes is usually my sweet spot. I don't mind when the tea goes too bitter. I actually enjoy the herb being further as extracted as I can. So, yeah, I don't really mind the bitterness of the herbs. I find that the hibiscus really takes away that bitterness flavor anyway. All right, watch this, so cute. When you click this in, I want to make sure I get that up. When you click this in, it like moves the magnet, strains all the tea out. Like, how cool is that? It's made my life so much easier. But once I do that, I really need to get a cuter cup, especially I need a glass one. I smashed mine the other week, sadly. very, very sadly. But I'll pop all of that herbal tea into there, essentially. Fill the rest up with water. And that's my morning drink when I wake up. So we've reached 4:30 in the afternoon. My day of being a mum with the kids is done. I'm allowed to get ready to go to the gym now. So I'm feeling very pink and vibrant because every time I wear these pink shorts, I just slay my session. I'm in like risky territory because my period is due yesterday and I'm not normally late. Alrighty, I made a mistake of putting, first of all, let me just preface by saying I used to buy bras that came down to like here, like sports bras with like the longer bit at the bottom. Abs are coming in hot. And then I started like learning that I shouldn't be hiding the ribs. And now I buy like the bras with the really, really thin straps. It does help that my boobs have severely shrunk though, but here's like a little body update. We have some, they're coming in. They're coming in. I don't know how people like tense their back. Never known. But I'm going to wear my hair up in a high ponytail, a high frizzy ponytail. Both of my hair ties are like on their last legs. That one is so close to snapping. This is gonna be like running the gauntlet. I really need to get some tomorrow. So essentially, unless I'm like going somewhere or wanting to look a little bit fancy, my hair now is just in two plaits. All day long, I can go to bed like this. I literally leave them in plaits until I either need to replait them because they're just so messy, or I'm taking my hair out to wear. And it has made my hair like so healthy because I don't do it anymore and I don't do anything to it. And it's not like frizzing up when I sleep. I generally thought that it would annoy me having my hair in plaits while I'm sleeping, but it just doesn't. I don't know, it just doesn't annoy me. I literally used to buy like curling wands and so many different devices to not even get my hair to remotely look like this. Like, oh, look at that. We're getting the true beauty of her right now. Like, that's stunning. I don't have to do my hair. Like, hang on. When I'm going somewhere, like an event or whatnot, I don't have to do my hair. Like, this is just what my hair looks like without touching it. Like, isn't that wild? Anyway, God knew what he was doing, and I can't believe it took me my whole life to figure out, like, how to manage my hair. Anyway, most people hate this part, but I actually brush it and frizz it up because in like half an hour, it just goes back to being like not frizzed up and wavy again, and then the waves are like just how they look now, but not frizzy. So, that one was a bit naughty. Okay, this is either gonna work for me. Stunning. All right. Please tell me that's good enough. Please don't lose it. Please don't lose it. So much hair, bro. I used to have the thinnest hair. Limiting belief. I knew that was going to happen. I have one left and this one's worse. Far out. Oh, please don't break. Oh, this one's already not off to a good start. No, I don't have any other options. Far out. Not good in the hood. And I've done the whole, like, you know when you're like, oh, I saw a hair tie under my bedside table 2 weeks ago, or, oh, I remember putting a hair tie in the console of my car. I've looked. There's nothing. Oh, and that would have been fine, except I have bumps. I'll come back to this. I got it up. It's not where I want it to be. But I think it's going to be one of those situations where if I keep messing with it, it's just going to get worse. So it's going to be an is what it is situation. Unfortunately for me tonight. Whatever. Oh, so disappointed. So I wear like trackies and a jumper to the gym. And when I get to the gym, I go to the change room and I take off my pants. And then I can start my workout in my jumper, and then my jumper comes off when I'm feeling warm. But, hi. Excuse me. Hi, my little viewfinder. I'm contemplating whether I want to take my camera to the gym or not. I'm kind of a little bit nervous. But it's just like, if I don't do it, will I ever do it? Oh, look at that. For reference, I use this tomato sauce. It's got no chemicals or anything in it. And the gravy I use is the, it's like a healthy one. It's called No Nothing or something. It's also got no chemicals in it. But look at this bad boy. This is so much food. Okay, hi. It's like 7 o'clock at night. I'm back from the gym. The kids are in bed. For reference, Daisy goes to bed at like anywhere between 5:30 and 6. She just always has. There's like a few nights here and there where she'll like fuck around and, you know, want to stay up till like 7 or whatever. But like, we don't fight it. It's never past 7. And then she typically sleeps through the night till like 5:30 a.m. So she sleeps like 12 hours, just once again, always has. I'm very routine driven. I'm very persistent. I don't fuck around with their routine or their bedtimes. I'm very bang on. Oscar's the same. He's just currently having a shower. He showers himself now. So efficient. And yeah, he'll probably hop into bed too. He's usually asleep by 8. He wakes up, around 5 or 6. He asks me to wake him up at 5:30. He wants to get an alarm clock, he's telling me. We're just early risers in this house. We always have been. We prefer to just start the day early. But anyway, I had such a massive gym session. The gym was packed. I hate going at that time, so that's why I didn't film. I'll film when I go in the morning. It's like much, much quieter. I did cores and a bit of hammies and just whatever. But this is like my dinner lately. It's been reminding me of like, the chicken shop or like the roast shop when you go get like a roast pack with the roast veggies from like the Bain Marie's or whatever. I love the roast situations they do and like the soft carrots and the soft peas. So I've been absolutely I'm meal prepping the fuck out of roast veggies at the moment. Because this meal doesn't actually really contain that much protein, I make sure that I do add a cup of peas because that's 8 grams of protein. So the meal does have protein, but I have most of my protein like earlier on in the day. I don't like my nighttime meals to be too hard for my body to digest because when I'm sleeping, I want my body to be resting as much as it can. I don't want it to be like working overtime. Anyway. I just warm these back up in the air fryer and literally they come up beautiful. I'll film a recipe thing for you guys, but that's me. That's me for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the vlog. I get up to so much when I'm just at home. It's so bizarre, like how much I do in a day. And I didn't even film everything. Like I just filmed some stuff. But anyway, the house, let me just wrap up by saying, the house is spotless, everything's clean, everything's off. We love a clean house and it's silent. And I'm literally just sitting here. Mama's just sitting here by herself, showered, 7 o'clock at night, feeling fantastic. Anyway, that's all for today. Love you, bye.